What's up, everybody? In one of my previous videos, I said that I would be doing a color comparison between the black iPod Touch and a red iPod Touch 5th generation. So the question has come about of, should you get a color or should you just stick with black? And this has kind of happened with iPhones, iPod Touches, and now even the iPads, of course, come in colors. So the real question here is, should I stick with the black, which the iPhones have always come in black, iPod Touches always have come in black, same thing with the iPads. You know, every Apple product starts shipping in black. And then along the way, they add white, and then various other colors have come to things like the iPhone and the iPod Touch. So the question here is, should you get the traditional black iOS device, or should you get a white one, or a color in the case of the iPod Touch? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare the iPod Touches here to one another and give you a quick idea of which one I think is better. So here you can see the iPod Touch is crafted with aluminum, and if you look at it very carefully, you will see that the aluminum is actually painted to become these colors. It's not raw aluminum on either device. They take it and they paint it, but it does not come off easily. I mean, you can scratch at it and whatever, it's not going to come off. So they did a good job of coating the iPod Touches and making them various colors. Now, the next thing you're actually going to notice with the iPods is if you hold them here, you can see that the ring around the camera, if we focus in on it, the ring around the 5 megapixel iSight camera up there in the top is silver on the colored models. And the loop at the bottom is also silver. And if we look here at the Slate edition, this is slightly different on space gray models. But if you look up here at the top, that is not silver. It is actually a dark black ring. And the ring on the bottom is also not silver. The loop connector button is actually black, and it fits in nicely with the back of the iPod Touch. So if we look at the two of them side by side, you can see that comparison. On the space gray model, I believe that the loop button is actually the same color as all the colored ones, so it's actually that silver color you see here. Now, the other difference that I want to show you between black and white is if you look at the white one, yes, I still have iOS 6 on this device, but if you look at the white one, you can actually see, and you can see this in other people's videos as well, but you can see a white, or a black box sort of around the sides, so you can kind of get the idea. Here you can see the bezel, here you see that piece of black around it, and here you see the actual Retina display. So if we say open up a light colored application like settings and you look at it again carefully, you can see that little black piece where the LCD does not meet the bezel. On the black one, it is not visible. It is there. You cannot actually see it though. My black model, the battery is dead. Yeah, I could have charged it, but that would have prolonged the upload of this video. But basically, you can't see it because the glass is actually black and it matches it. Now, if you want an iPod Touch that has a black display, you are going to have to get the one with the space gray at this point, or you can buy a refurb model. So basically, this is my quick color comparison between the two. I personally do like white displays, especially if you're going to go with an iOS 7 device, because I don't think iOS 7 looks quite as nice on the iPod Touch on the black iPod Touch as it does on the white iPod Touches and the colored ones. So if we turn this on again, the iOS looks great on these. It looks fantastic with iOS 7. Let me just show you what it looks like. Here's a screenshot from one of my friends' iPod Touches. It looks fine. So if you get it with iOS 7, it does look okay. This is what it would look like on the red iPod Touch if you had iOS 7. Again, that's a screenshot from one of my friend's devices, so you can see what it looks like, and it looks exactly the same on the black one. It's just not quite as nice because iOS 7 is very white, and the white looks nice on this. So if it comes down to it, I like black devices, I like colors. You really kind of have to make the decision yourself. Now, my favorite color personally is red. So that's why I picked up a red iPod Touch in the first place. I actually got the red iPod Touch back when the iPod Touches very first came out. I went out and I bought the red one. And then when they started shipping things with iOS 7, I just went ahead and picked up one of these. They were like one of the last space gray, right before the space gray switched over. This one's a 32 gigabyte one, and I got it right before they started the iOS 7. It was like a week before they started shipping iOS 7 and a week before the iPhone came out. So it wasn't too far apart, but I went ahead and I picked up another iPod Touch because it was a pretty good price. So that's my color comparison. If you're thinking about it, if you have any questions, leave those questions in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to give you my opinion on what color you should get, what you're thinking about. If you're thinking about an iPhone and you're trying to decide between which color iPhone 6 to get, I can try to help you point in the right direction. Same goes with the iPad. So if you're thinking about it, please leave a comment down below and I will help you out with your color selection, capacity selection, whatever. If you're looking for a device, I'd be more than happy to help you make a decision on which device you should get. So thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.